Hello, Kareen, Lon, and Jason. My name is Nolan Campbell, and today I just want to do a little introduction and talk a little bit about Xlocal. But first, about me. So we'll just go back to 2019. Since then, I have been playing fantasy sports, DraftKings, specifically NFL and NBA. NBA have been my big wins. My first big win was in 2019, and it was for 100 grand. I'm really just kind of going into this just because of Jason and his love for the Knicks, and I know he dabbles in prop betting every once in a while and poker, obviously. So basically, until about 2024, I really thought that's what I wanted to do for a living. But you're only as good as your last big win, and my last big win was in 2021. So must accept reality. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Xlocal, a little bit about where the inspiration came from. When Elon first acquired Twitter and then renamed it X and shared his vision for the Everything app, I completely saw that. It just makes sense. I believe a lot of the features developed have been developed for content creators, which is fantastic because it, monetizes them, increases the content on X, but you still need stuff for the everyday normal people. Hence why Xlocal comes in. There's 40 million small businesses in the United States alone. I firmly believe we can get 1 million clients at least in the US. And even if they're paying for the lowest tier, that's still $300 million of revenue generated a year. That's significant for X. Has to be. It's small cartel money. But anyways, we would really target restaurants, bars, concerts, local events, spas, salons, retail locations, local services. I mean, we're talking putt-putt, go-karts, getting people outside, socializing in their local communities and when they're traveling. I mean, this is what Lon and Jason were talking about the other day. This is what Xlocal is about, connecting you with the local community on a different level. But it starts at X. I feel like on the social media platforms, X has really been trying a few different things where it's been almost like a copycat league, if you will. I mean, as soon as they launched the paid badges where everybody could get the paid badges, you have more exposure. What happened? And literally, I think under 2 weeks, you saw Facebook and Instagram, I guess they're both Meta, copying exactly what X did and offering the verified badges. So I really feel like X is the rawest platform to build on, based on these 7 factors here that they're all in any of the pitches or pitch decks that I've sent you for Stir Pan Creamery, Steve Fields, Just in Case Catering, any of them, you can find them there. But an Xlocal badge, I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's just too expensive for any business that's a small business like a restaurant, a mom and pop, single location, for them to be paying, upwards of a couple $100, even thousands of dollars a month. That's just too much. They don't get enough exposure. So I think if we can drop that, more businesses, more numbers, more content on X, the local badge is key. It offers trust. That's what we need here, especially in a scam and spammer world. Next thing, the X giveaway template. I mean, that's pretty simple right there. You see a lot of people doing giveaways all the time. I'm just talking about adding a little more structure, adding a template behind it so it's easy for people who are not the most computer savvy people, but they own mom and pop businesses and they want to drive butts and seats people through their doors. That's the ultimate goal of Xlocal. Connect them with the community on a next level. Moving on, X voucher, that's essentially just like a digital coupon. But once again, we would have templates, very easy to communicate to their followers, their subscribers, which are next level VIPs. So you can have a little different course of, hey, I only want to offer this exclusive offer to my subscribers who are my VIPs. It's an extra enticing, maybe a free dessert, free appetizer to get somebody into a restaurant. But it's very simple, easy to create. Plus, they can also put a number on it. It's not like they have to pay ad pages. It's not like they're publishing something that for somebody to be seen in Georgia when we're here in Dallas, Texas, when we need it to be in Dallas, Texas, not somebody in Georgia to see it. So that's where this whole Xlocal feed comes in. And the way I vision it, you have for you have following, and then you would have Xlocal. And it'd be based on if people don't want to have their geolocation tracking services on, well, then you have some sort of zip code verification. Therefore, we know which area they're in and also where they're traveling. So Xlocal is meant to be used at home, but it's also meant to be when you're traveling. If you're looking for somewhere to eat, instead of using Google, why not just do it all on X? This is what the whole point of Xlocal is. Xlocal inbox. So this is huge. This is huge for X users to be able to communicate on a whole new level with their restaurants, their spas, their things they do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. Everybody has email, everybody gets text, everybody's seeing the spam emails, the spam text, everything. It's spam and scams. This is an inbox that can't be advertised to. The only people that have access to it are the Xlocal accounts that you're following. It's next level organization, next level communication, all within one app, X. Then you'd have your Xlocal search. Obviously you would stand out more if you're a verified Xlocal account versus a non-verified Xlocal account. Then you'd have your Xlocal analytics and your dashboard. Essentially just, a place to track all your X vouchers, your X giveaways, really to show butts in seats that X is actually driving people in the community into your store. And that is extremely valuable, especially during a slow month in July, for example, for any restaurant. They want butts in seats. So that's essentially overall the 7 overall features. I have talked to around 8 potential clients already. Now, I do know majority of these business owners. The biggest one I've been talking to, I guess, well, not like largest size, but the most communication I've had is with Brandon Munoz. He is a good friend of mine since kindergarten. He owns a Thai rolled ice cream shop by the name of Stir Pan Creamery. Excellent. It really puts on a show, especially when people get to see the ice cream made on a stone cold slab right in front of them. Very cool. But anyways, he's been the main guy who has helped me out. And I'm like, hey man, do you think this feature works for you? What about this? Would this drive business in? Oh, I don't know if it would. Okay, well then scratch that feature. These 7 features, these are the things that he would pay for monthly. He would want his businesses to be verified on Xlocal if he were able to get all these features. Now I can go into like a customer acquisition strategy and how I plan to use influencers and why X is so critical. I mean, I must have X because this standalone, it might work, but it would work better on the platform that already has around a third of Americans on it already. This is something we could build upon. I do have an execution strategy, a little, revenue sharing and influencers in mind that will help us sign up massive accounts so we don't have to have a massive sales team, which is huge. The pitch, I mean, the pitch is easy. This goes back to, at first I wanted to do it complicated. I wanted to make a whole like clone prototype of X where it had for you following, then Xlocal. You could click in, you could work through it, you could have some features, real nice, real sexy. You don't even really need that. It just proves that, especially how Jason pitched Mahalo to Elon. That was very inspirational. I'm sure I am saying it, completely wrong, but this is, how it sticks out in my memory. I don't know if this is exactly how many pieces of paper he printed out or whatever, but I remember something along the lines. He printed out 3 pieces of paper, put them each on the wall, said, "Which one do you like best?" And the one that Elon said he liked best was obviously the one Jason presented to him. There's beauty in simplicity. So the pitch is obviously, Elon focused. Its focus was around 2 of the features, and it involves 2 of the potential clients I have already, because why not make it a show? And I know Elon likes brisket and ice cream, so might as well play to the strengths. Brandon makes amazing ice cream. Justin makes amazing barbecue. So play to your strengths. Those are my strengths. Um, there are really 2 ways I see this potentially happening. I never imagined I would own a significant portion or anything of this. So, and this is why I need somebody of Jason Calacanis' caliber. This is the only way I could ever pull out something like this. Maybe some potential vested equity, only tied to Xlocal. So if I do reach the numbers I know I will bring to the table, then that unlocks some sort of small percentage. And hopefully that unlocks a small percentage for Jason as well, which makes this all worth his while. Next, X is what? A digital town square. Well, for lack of a better terms or way of explaining this, I'm sure there's a better way to explain this, but this is just me kind of spitballing here. But it's a digital town square. Well, what do town squares have? They have stores. Well, what if we leased some digital real estate for you following? That's all, that's already taken. That's for users, that's for X. But what if we were to lease the Xlocal space and do everything in-house? Now, obviously, for using X's brand, X's users, they would get a significant percentage of it, but that would leave us a bigger percentage than this vested equity. Those are my 2 ways to approach it. I'd love your thoughts, feedback, anything. I'm also working on making a more concise pitch deck that just covers the overall features of what's kind of going on with Xlocal, a more exact business plan, but nothing's meant to be exact or a finished product here. It's all meant to be a foundation to build upon. Something that is open to interpretation, easy to pivot, easy to innovate. That's what Xlocal is. And this is just phase 1. This is just the start. I suppose in conclusion, my next step would be Jason, Lon. I know y'all are in Austin. I'm up here in Dallas. I can drive down to Austin and I'll make a bet with you. I bet that you could pick any restaurant in Austin, and I guarantee you I could make them a client of Xlocal by just creating one of these little pitch decks for them. And I could even go a step further. Now, you don't even have to tell me the restaurant. So I would be using another pitch deck for another restaurant to convince these people that own this restaurant. And I know I could do it. And I'm so confident, I will bet you that if I am not able to make them a client of Xlocal, just by a simple pitch, at least, a yes, we'll give it a shot. I guarantee I can get that. If I can't, I'll buy dinner. But after that happens, and I know it will happen, then you will buy dinner and we can talk more about Xlocal. And I hope you are there, Kareem. And I hope you're there as well, Lon, because you are, obviously my Severance Street Shark homie. So thank you for being in communication with me, Lon. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm some random guy you don't know. So thank you. That means a lot. It's close to 15 minutes, so this is getting long. So I'll just wrap it up. I look forward to hearing back from you all. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you.